Evening and welcome back to a shore fishing session tonight. Missed the weather window today to get on the boat. Lovely day today, but I had commitments with the children and other bits, so I couldn't go. But we have got a lovely calm evening down on my local beach. I was a bit skeptical, but I popped down, had a look, and the clarity is lovely. It's flat calm. It is ideal for squid, so that is what we are going to have a go for today. I'm just on a local shingle beach. Any shingle beach has got a bit of depth to it, you'll have squid. Same as last session. If you haven't watched that yet, I will tag that in after this one for you to do so. Cheap Amazon jigs. The only difference is I've got a couple of new additions tonight, and that is a Shadow Master Phoenix head torch, which I'm going to be trying out, and I've got a new rod, and that is a Major Craft 10 to 30 gram Sienna or Sienna, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's a bit lighter than what I was using. Not that I was heavy last time, but I'm just trying to get a bit more sport and a bit of fun. So yeah, that's the plan. Like I said, local shingle beach, and the conditions look lovely. Yeah, I'll show you the techniques as I'm going. We've still got a bit of light, so I'll try and show you the technique while I'm doing it. High tide's not for another couple of hours. I don't think we get any yet until it gets dark. Autumn run of squid, you normally get more in the darkness. You can get them in the daylight, but it needs to be dead high tide really, and it's not yet. The spring run that we get here, you can get them in the daylight. If you're on a boat, then you game on, whatever. Other than that, let's see if we can get a few. Okay, so we're down at the water's edge, get nice and close. There's our little cheap jig, little silvery blue on this one. There's our barbs there on the end, that's what catches the squid. No hooks, it's just barbs. When they grab that, that's what they hook onto. No need to strike. These can get a bit blunt when you're dragging it across this shingle here. They can get a bit blunt, so you can check those. But other than that, that's us good to go. This one's got a bit of a rattle in it. There's no lights or anything, that's it. So I'm just going to get down to the water. You can see where it's coming up now, so I don't want to get wet feet because I'll go rusty. All I'm going to do is punch this out to the horizon. Yeah, so punch it out over that way. And you can see where they're breaking. It has changed slightly, the look of the water here. So it may be a little bit too shallow here, I'm not sure. There was a big drop off. Yeah, I'm going to punch it out nice and deep, let it sink, and then we're just going to twitch it back. So that is the plan. So that is now out. I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds to sink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a couple of short flicks like that. This one has got a rattle, and then that's it. You're just ever so slowly twitching it back. I say it has changed here. They are doing the beach up. And that's me on the bottom there already, so just got to be careful bringing it in. Yeah, and that is it. And it's just a case of bringing it all the way in, and they will take it in the edges. They will take it right down here. When it gets dark later on, you'll pull them in right in the edge. But let's see if we can whip this out. It's a lovely casting rod, this one. We've got one on, guys. We've got one. Yeah, we got a squid, guys. Oh, there we go. Second cast, we got one, guys. Well, I didn't expect that so early. Oh, it's just come off. It's just come off. We had a squid then. That was only second cast, and we had one on. He just come off as we got him close to the edge there. Yeah, look, you can see. I've got some of him there. Oh, he was on then. That was a lovely. Felt nice, that one. Second cast though. That's a good sign. Yeah, just launching that out to the sky. Oh, it's a good sign that, guys. Happy with that. I'd like to get it, but never mind. It is lovely and clear. I think we might be in for a good night. So yeah, just slowly, just giving it a little Little twits like that. And then that's it, reel up the slack. So you think you're going too slow, but you're really not. Oh no, it got me. Tide is coming in. Oh guys, we got a squid on. He's way out there though, we got a squid on. I'm getting wet feet, but I can't feel it, it's alright. This is a bit of extra wash. Just had a boat come past. And this is a bit of extra wash. Hopefully we can get it in. We've got quite a nice one. There's a good one. Oh yes please, that's a good start. That's a very good start. Look at that for a squid. That's a good one. There we go, first one on the cheap Temu / AliExpress jig. That's a beautiful sized squid. That is a really nice sized squid, that one. Beautiful, look at that. Lovely. Right, so we've got a Lollygo Forbesi here, or Lollygo Forbesi. Two types we get in the UK, the Forbesi and the Vulgaris. The way to tell them apart is the Forbesi, I think it's this way around, has the lines on it. I don't know if you can make them out. It's got the lines and the spots. Whereas the Vulgaris are a lot smaller and they just have the spots. So I'll try and put a picture in of one of those in a minute. This is a really good size one. Now, those tentacles there, I mean, you won't feel it, but they are sucking onto me now. What they do is they come along, as they see their prey, they shoot those out, and they are incredibly sticky. And then in there is a beak that if you get it near your hands, it will hurt and it will bite. And as you can see, got a little bit of ink. The quickest way to dispatch these is to chop it behind the head, and then it goes into my lovely white bucket, which is I think 14 quid for a 25 litre bucket on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description. Alright, hopefully you can hear me. You're not going to be able to see me. We have got a bit of waves coming through. That was the first one we've had of the night. As you can see, it's now dark, and I was expecting it to start when it got dark. We're still an hour away from high tide at the minute. So it's about now that I'd expect to start it switching on. So that's not a surprise to me, but that was a very nice sized squid. Yeah, one of the bigger ones so far this year actually for me. But it was caught quite far out. The shingles changed here, it's a bit of a storm, and it's made it a bit shallower. It sort of leveled it all out. And I was just questioning maybe going for a move and trying to find a slightly, get wet feet again, slightly deeper area, but then we had that one there. So hopefully we can pick a few more up now. Oh yeah, great size first one. Again, same sort of technique, just punching it out, letting it sink. I'd actually had that one pausing for a bit. I was moving back to get away from the water, and suddenly it was lunging at me. I've got the drag set nice and loose, just so I can actually play them almost as it was. Try and get the fun out of it. You can just sort of crank them in, keep the tension, but I do like to enjoy my sport. Hence the lighter rod, and I must say this rod is casting really, really well. Yeah, not a bad first squiddly diddly, that one. I'll bring it back if we get any more. Just dropped one right in the edges again, guys. We just dropped one right in the edges. Another good squid that was. That was just in the edges, dropped him. Fire! It's been a bit slow going tonight, but Yeah, just dropped him right on the edges. I just left it to drift about. You won't make it out, but you can see where the waves are breaking, sort of 6 foot. We were getting a lot there last time. And I just held it there, just let the jig just drift in the tide, and he picked it up. Yeah, all I'm doing is slow, gentle pulls. Yeah, that was another nice one, that was, and we've dropped him. Not ideal. Right, everyone, we got it. Oh no. Oh. I think what's happening is, I think my barbs are blunt. I've dropped 3 now. I'm surrounded by water here, but I've dropped 3 on a bounce. I think something is up here. I think something is up. I should still be getting them. I've dropped 3 in a row there. There's a load come through, and I dropped a really nice one, and then I've had 2 more. And you do drop a lot of squid. It does happen. But when you drop 3 in a row like that, you start questioning yourself. Oh yeah, we had a couple on then. Oh god, that's frustrating. Yeah, we had some come through then, and I dropped them. That is really frustrating. I'll whip it out. Let it sink. They're starting to come on now. High tide's in about half hour, and that's when we're going to get some. But we should have had a couple more to the bank by now. Don't like dropping these things. It is natural. You are only hooking them on barbs. So let this sink now. But yeah, 1 or 2 you can sort of go, okay, that's just unlucky. But you start dropping 3 or 4 in a row, you start thinking, okay, why are we not hooking these up? I mean, I am also trying to turn the camera on, so I may well be giving it some slack. Right, we've got another one. I thought I caught it on camera, but I didn't turn it on properly. So we've got a smaller version now, smaller species. And this is what I was saying about earlier. This is the Lollygull vulgaris, I think. See, it's just got the spots, it hasn't got the lines. See there, it's got no dashes like the other one did. And I put a picture of that again. Much smaller. Same sort of principle. 2 sort of, 2 big long, so sticky. Yeah, 2 long tentacles there. In there you can just about make it out as the beak. But yeah, much smaller. Much smaller. I'll get the other one out in a minute. Yeah, you can see there. Much smaller. Much smaller. Yeah, there we go. A couple of bumps. We didn't see earlier on, because I didn't film it, was actually got wiped out by a wave. Yeah, I was stood well back, and out of nowhere we had a wave that was about 3 times the size of the others. No ships going past or anything like that, so it did, not something I should have seen. Just come out of nowhere and went right up behind me on the beach. And because of my legs, I sort of stumbled. Yeah, that was me. I went straight down, and my bum's now wet, my legs are wet, my nice shiny new leg is now wet. So I'm going to have to give that a bit of a wash down when I get in. Right, we got one. We got another one. Feels like a good one. Right, it's another little baby one. Oh, it's just fell off, that was lucky. Let me punch this back out again and then I'll show him to you. There it is. Another little one. There we go, another Lollygold vulgaris. Right, I'm back in the car. So that is the end of the session. You can't see it, but I am soaking wet from my waist down and all up my back. Yeah, took a wave, it knocked me over. 3 times the size of any other one I've dealt with. No boats, no ferries or anything coming past. So yeah, just got done by a little rogue wave. But that didn't put it down on it. I carried on, had one more little one, but it was very, very slow. My friends are further up, 2 of them, and they had 10 between them. And they're on a slightly different area of the beach where there's a bit of reef, and that there I suspect is a better area just because you get all the crustaceans and the crabs. Where I am, the shingle has changed a lot, and I'm noticing I'm bumping my jig over like a bar that's a bit further out that wasn't there 2 weeks ago. So I think perhaps the shingles had a little bit of a change. Not making excuses, it was a slow night, so I ended up on 3. 1 Lollygold for Basie, the bigger one, and 2 vulgaris, the smaller ones. So 2 for bait and 1 will be a dinner at some description or of some description. But apart from that, yeah, cheap jigs and the white bucket. I'll put a link in the description. Any questions, as always, do drop me a comment in the video or the description or on Facebook, wherever. And please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.